All right, so now we're going to talk about stabilization. All right, so now I'm going to talk about stabilization, and really what this gets down to is, why are you getting this platform? Why are you getting this thing to rest your camera on? For the most part, I use tripods for time-lapse photography, so long exposure, starry night stuff, where I know that my camera needs to be stable and consistently in the same spot, and taking the same shot over and over again. Another way that I use this is when doing product shoots and I'm using a background or specific lighting and I don't want to be moving around a bunch. I'll set up my camera on a tripod and I know I'm taking the same shot over and over again, but it's what's in front of my frame that's changing. When I go out on events, I really don't like using a tripod just because it is sort of clunky, people can hit it, and so then sometimes I'll use a monopod because you can move a little bit quicker. Specifically at sporting events, I'll use a monopod because you have your big telephoto lens and it does weigh a little bit, and you spend a full day out in the sun carrying that big camera. It can take a toll on you, but at the same time it is an additional thing. So unless you really need that stabilization, really the best thing I think for any photographer is your hands. The camera is meant for being held by your hands, and I think that you get the most perspectives, you can move around a lot faster. But when it comes to stabilization, it really comes down to why you're using it and if you need it. I think you'll know pretty soon if you want to use a tripod or if you want to use a monopod, and then it just comes down to how much money you want to spend on it. I think that for me personally, when it comes to photography, I like just using my hands. I like the freedom and the movement of it. And really the only time I'll go and use that tripod is for time-lapse stuff, or when I just know that I can leave it there, it's safe, I don't need to worry about people hitting it. And those are just a few options when it comes to stabilization. Really, do the research, see what's out there, and see what's right for you when it comes to your photography.